So we made sure just to throw a little testimony out there so that you would know what our products can do. So I want to say to everybody that's logged on, it is time for you to go out now and invite a friend, a neighbor, somebody, and let them know, guess what? The microbiome call is on. And they can look at you and say, okay, what is the microbiome call? They're not going to know what at all you're talking about. They're going to say something is wrong with you. It makes no sense what you're saying. But I'm telling you guys, the microbiome call is on, and we are live on YouTube. So for persons that say, I can't get on Zoom because it eats up too much internet, guess what? We got the Zoom, the YouTube link for you as well, where we are live. So you can get that link. It is dropped usually in our chat. I think it just got dropped in our chat. But tonight you're in for a treat. I don't want to keep you long. My name is Dr. Ruth Ann Newton Lightburn out of Freeport, Bahamas. And this is a collaborative effort that we have literally throughout the Caribbean. It is definitely the brainchild of an amazing gentleman. But before I introduce him, we always like to start everything here in decency and in order. So we will start with prayer. Let me see who I can just pick out the audience. We that's what we do here, right? Let's see. I'm trying to see who I see here. You know what? I'm just going to ask Dr. Denise. Dr. Denise, can you open us in prayer tonight?
Yes. I will. Let's bow our heads. Most precious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity where we can humbly come before thy throne of grace, asking you and thanking you for all the wonders and blessings you have bestowed upon us. As we get into our meeting this afternoon, I pray that our words, our thoughts, our language is going to be impressed on the hearts of those who are on this call tonight, that it's going to be food for their soul, that they're going to be empowered and enlightened and go back home with no infirmities or any questions that they may have concerning their health and even in their wealth, Lord Jesus, that you would grant them all the answers to the desires of their heart. And I pray for each and every one who is on this call. I ask a special anointing and your Holy Spirit be and touch their lives tonight. All the speakers who will be speaking tonight, Lord Jesus, give them the spirit, the strength, and the courage, and put words in their mouth so that they may preach it to a generation of the lost and dying, so that we can bring life and empowerment to those who need it the most. I thank you, Lord, for tonight. I ask all these in your precious name. Amen.
Amen and amen. Thank you so much, my sister. I absolutely love it. And so, guys, like I said, invite your friend, invite your sister, invite your brother, your mother, your cousin, and even listen to me. Dogs is here, animals could hear, pull the pet and let it sit right by your foot. Let them understand the importance of this microbiome and what we're talking about, because it is going to simply blow you away. But there is something that we want to say ahead of time. Normally you say things at the end, but I want persons to be very aware of what is available to them. And so tonight, by special demand, we have a special treat for everybody that is on this call that we're going to announce at the end, but I need you to stay on till the end to know that you can get into this organization with us, be a part of what we are doing, be able to feed your microbiome, and the king of that is going to speak to it. And you're going to get 50% off that membership. 50% off! Like, what? Guys, y'all ain't understanding me. And it's only for this, you understand, only for this call. Like, they literally gave it to us for this call. So I just wanted to put it out there, like throw the net, and just let everybody know ahead of time, so that you are aware of what is available to you, so that you can start saying, listen, this is what I got to do. I got to do that. I can do this and make it happen. So trust me, guys, it is going to be simply amazing. So I want you to, know what's happening and what is available to us, so that you know what's going to happen next. So guys, let's get this ball rolling. We have an amazing, fantastic, incredible gentleman that's going to be coming up. I call him the guru, like literally the guru of what we do here at Sankey Global, because he's simply amazing, because all I know since I've known him, he has shown me some amazing things that he simply went into the books and he showed us what is possible, meaning he went and read about something that was there all along, has been there for centuries, from time immemorial. But we a little lazy, like they say in the Caribbean, sadly, if you want to hide something for us, where you can put it in a book, But he chose to pick up that book and say, no, you ain't hiding this one from me, and I'm going to share it with the world. And he went and he pulled all of us along with him, and he said, he literally rounded us up and said, guys, guess what I find in this book? Man, you ain't want to know. And so he's going to share that with you tonight. He is the poet of health. He's soft on the voice. You can actually sit and listen to him for hours, but we ain't going to keep you on for hours, but you can sit and listen for hours. And we have a team and a lineup that is here to really share with you this amazing information. Volume is really low. You can't hardly hear me. Okay. I don't know. Can everybody hear me? I'm sorry. You can hear me? Okay, just making sure.
Okay.
You're always reading the notes that are going across the screen. So we are going to introduce to you who we call the guru of the microbiome. He is an amazing husband, father, and a leader. Man, blow it up. He is a dynamic leader. He is at the cusp of what we call in this company gold, like the cusp. Like he's sitting there with his legs swinging, like he was just about to jump in the river of gold. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up my friend, my brother, one of my mentors and coach, King Clive, microbiome guru Campbell. Have you made it to the call?
Wow. I would not have missed this call for anything else on earth. Thank you, Queen, Dr. Ruth, and great introduction. Oh my, thank you so much. You're kind to me. I'm so happy to be here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to be here with you. And Dr. Joy Pereira, always good to see you and all the others chiming in right now. If you are coming on the call for the very first time tonight, and you have never been on a microbiome call before, you are going to be happy that you did. Your future self will thank you for any effort, any sacrifice you made to be on the call tonight. Because I would say to you, be prepared to hear information that you may consider stranger than fiction. This is better than Star Wars, Men in Black, E.T., and all those things. And it's about you that you never knew. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the greatest hour in medical science, the greatest moment yet. This is one of the biggest discoveries of mankind about ourselves that we simply did not know, according to Dr. Susan Lynch. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in an amazing time. Our generation is the first generation to be privy to this level and magnitude of information. This is so profound. Well, guess what we're going to do? It's going to be for 3 nights. Yes. I need to say it from now, Dr. Ruth, and that they may be prepared. For 3 consecutive nights, tonight being Tuesday, tomorrow Wednesday, and come Thursday night, a 3-night microbiome blitz. Because one night at this particular time in the qualification period simply ain't enough. So we're going to give you double for your trouble, or triple if you want to say. So come, we want you to know about that. So persons who could not make it tonight, you can invite them to come tomorrow night on Thursday night. And what did you hear? 50% off on the sign up in terms of the, Dr. Wooten will do the right turn. I don't want to get myself in trouble. But ladies and gentlemen, what we are about is just to sensitize people about something that is important about them. Because medical science has revealed certain things to us for which we are glad. You know, I want to mention the names of 2 gentlemen. One is a doctor, one is an entrepreneur. But the 2 of them are doing something in common. One of them is Dr. Rob Knight of the American Gut Project. And the other one is Naveen Jain. He's a billionaire and is from a company called Biome, Biome. What it is that these two gentlemen have in common, they have companies in which they allow persons like me and you, any persons can deposit, and for a few hundred US dollars, they have certain arrangements that they send you certain vials, say 3 days supply, 3 different vials for over a 3-day period. And in that, you would put samples of your stool following certain guidelines that they would have given to you, the time of the day and such like. So day 1, you put the samples of that stool. Day 2, that's not a sample of day 2 stool. And 3rd day, you put that sample. And then you would send it to them and their labs, and utilizing what you call artificial intelligence, along with persons who are trained in immunology and bacteriology and using computer science, they would then investigate your stool. They will tell you what types of bacteria you have in your stool. They will tell you what kind of food you can eat and which ones you should not eat based upon the makeup of your microbiome. And they will then tell you, based upon the construct of your gut bacteria, what strains of microbes you need to attract, and will recommend to you probiotics and also prebiotics, which are what you use to feed your probiotics, and probiotics are the literal bacteria. Ladies and gentlemen, this is high science. Rob Knight is one of the smartest doctors I know. He is a doctor and he is an engineer and computer software analyst. He knows how to analyze your stool. And Naveen Jain is a billionaire. This is a gentleman that sends expeditions to the moon. He's into moon mining. And he is checking out the moon to see what elements are there that are rare and how he can, as an entrepreneur, bring it to earth and capitalize on it. So this man, he does a lot of stuff and he has many, many companies. Why is he interested in looking at your stool? He was asked by an interviewer, why you are a billionaire. Why are you doing this? Look at people's waist, stool. He said, yeah. Because it says life is not about, success in life is not about how much money you make. Can you imagine a billionaire saying that? Success in life is not about how much money you make, but how much impact you are having on human lives. Can I say that again? Success in life is not to be measured by how much money you make, but how successful you are in impacting human lives. He believes that one of the best ways to impact human lives is not only to go to the moon and invest in other technological devices, but to help people to understand their true construct, understand themselves, and how to fix themselves. He said, ladies and gentlemen, something that these men know, some of us on this call knows, that you are about to understand and to know also, that you have acquired a second brain. That is not a glitch, this is not an error, but I can say it again. You have acquired a second brain. Yes, separated apart from the one that is in your skull, comprising of 100 billion neurons. You see, the day you were born 99% human cells, 1% microbial cells in essence. Over the course of 36 months, that 1% microbial cells grew to represent 90% of the total amount of cells in your body. And your human cells then would now be 10% of what makes up the human body. So in essence, tonight as we speak, the average human being is 10 trillion human cells, 100 trillion microbial cells. Modern science is discovering something amazing, that we don't only have good and bad bacteria, fauna and flora, but these microbes in the human body, 40% of them lives inside of your gut, the lowest part of your intestine, your alimentary canal, your gastrointestinal tract. And they have formed themselves, are you ready to this, for this? Into an organ. They are so smart. And those of us who think that bacteria are big-head duns, them don't have no use, them have no sense. These microbes, when I say microbes, I'm talking about, of course, dominated by bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoa, archaea, and some type of parasites. They have formed themselves into an organ. It is one thing to form another pancreas or a spleen or another lung or something like that. But guess what they form? A brain. So here is their plan. They come to run things. They come to rule. They come to take over. Ladies and gentlemen, I laugh, because I've gotten accustomed to it, because years now I've been looking at this and I know this. I'm doing many more things this year than I did last year. But guess what? I have settled it a long time ago that I don't have my body to myself, neither do you. We have travelers with us on our journey. Our body's not sterile. So I wish you luck. Buy all the soap you can buy, all the gel you can buy, and try wash them off of your hand. Try to take all kind of things and get them out of your body. Do all kind of gymnastics you want to do. But guess what? Save your time, save your money, save yourself energy and frustration. You cannot get rid of bacteria and company out of your body, because that's how God designed the body. This is how God has designed your body to accommodate microbes. And just when we thought that we are the ones in charge, the latest news coming out of the major medical scientific circle is that we have a second brain, and this brain is not made from human material, it's made from microbial material. I want, you might need for that to settle a bit. As I said, some of us have been hearing this over and over, so we are accustomed to it. So you get accustomed to it. You have known your human self. Please now be introduced to your microbial self. You are more microbes than you are human in terms of cell, and here is what I want to, in terms of genes. You see, based upon the Human Genome Project, humans are comprised of 22,500 genes. Write it down and go check it out for yourself. But guess what? That represents less than 1% of the total amount of genes being expressed in your body every day and every nanosecond of the day. 22,000. Where are you going with that? That's a drop in the bucket. Do you know how many genes are there in terms of microbes? Those who do the prediction and count it, they say 4 million to 20 million microbial genes live inside of your body. Do you feel kind of dirty? You feel kind of, oh, get used to it. And let me give you this one without insulting you. If John Gray, who wrote the book Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, is correct, he said in 2017, one of the major discoveries in medical science was made. For every brain cell, you have 7 bacterial cells surrounded for the brain cell to work effectively and efficiently. If Clive Campbell said that, you could turn off your thing, pack your bags and go home. But if this is what medical science is saying, you need to listen. So friends, Romans and countrymen, lend me your ears and give me your heart for a few moments. Let me give you the truth. According to Dr. Betty Edeas, if we are going to help people, what do we need to do, Dr. Dennis? We need to tell them the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not here to tell you things that you like to hear, things to please you. We are here to tell you the truth the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Am I right, Nurse Donnelly? We are here to give people the truth. The Bible said, you shall know the truth, and what? The truth shall set you free. We are free because we understand that we don't have our body to ourselves. We are sharing our body with microbes, because after all, we're not living on the planet of the apes. We're living on the planet of the microbes, the planet of the bacteria, and they dominate everything that they come in contact with. So for example, you see me here speaking, I'm aware that every time I say one or two words, I have billions and billions of microbes entering and leaving my mouth for every time I speak. You see, as we breathe, as you are, in your nostrils, you have quadrillions of microbes every hour entering and leaving your nostril. It's just a natural part of it. They surround us like a cloud. They are on our skin. They are in our body, and they have become a part of our makeup and construct. And we are trying to get rid of bacteria. Waste of time. Don't let no duppy fool you. No Sankey don't sing so. The only Sankey that sings so is that we need to recognize and realize our makeup as true human beings. And these microbes, they don't plan to kill you while you're sleeping. You're dead long time. You would have been dead from you're a baby. From day one, they would have murdered you. But guess what they do? Quite the opposite. God gave them to us to chaperone us, to guard us, to guide us, to protect us, to keep us, to make our food, make our medicine. Hold on, man. Since I said medicine, you know how microbes make your medicine? Can I tell them this, Dr. Ruthan? How microbes make their medicine? Let me tell you something. You see, most of the food we buy at a supermarket, it's not food, you know. Not because they can't eat it. It's food. It looks like food, smell like food, taste like food, but it's not food. It's slow poison. Well, am I getting in trouble in the body yet? We work so hard, sweat, blood, and tears, and take our money, go on a shop and supermarket, go and buy poison. Because much of what you eat, you satisfy the taste buds, but you don't feed the body, you don't nourish the body. Am I in trouble yet? Eating is to provide nutrients, not to satisfy your taste buds. So how are you supposed to really eat? Ground provisions, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, and lentils. You see, when you eat those things from Mother Nature, human beings don't have the digestive enzymes to break down fiber and resistant starches found in Mother Nature's real good food. We only have 17 digestive enzymes. So when you eat something that is of good quality food, real food, it passes through the esophagus, the stomach, it goes to the small intestine, ends up 22 feet later in the large intestine, where you have 39 trillion live, hungry, ambitious microbes that take your food, break it up, digest it, and ferment it. Is that word? Ferment it. We as humans cannot ferment food. Bacteria can, and they do ferment your food. When they ferment your food, they make what you call short-chain fatty acids. They are given names like butyrate, acetate, and propionate. Because they ferment our food and make butyrate, medical science is telling us that butyrate is what heals the body. Butyrate, acetate, and propionate is what heals your body. Are you eating to heal your body? Are you eating to protect your body, or are you eating the food that is damaging your body? You must decide. We are not here to tell you as big people what kind of food to eat. If you want to eat meat all the days of your life and eat pork and all the rope tied to hog, you can eat it if you want, but you're going to pay dire consequences for eating so much meat, so much fast food, so much processed food, ultra processed food, so much sugar, and all those things that slow poison us. When we make butyrate is what? Heals your gut, heals leaky gut, fix and repair your microbiome, and fix the brain disorders. Doctor trying to fix the brain by pulling up your brain. All the screws and nuts and bolts. They pull off the different things in the brain and God in there go and look how to fix depression, how to fix anxiety, how to fix Alzheimer's and Parkinson. But could somebody on this call tell you where to look to fix depression and neurological disorders? You have to look in the gut. The gut is the source of all neurological problems. So guess what? The new science is you cannot fix the brain in the skull if you do not fix the gut, the brain inside of your gut. Wow. You cannot fix skin disorders if you don't fix the brain in the gut. You cannot fix things in the vagina if you don't fix things in the gut. You can't fix things in the urinary tract if you don't fix the gut. Ladies and gentlemen, the brain in the gut is the most important organ you acquired, and we have abused it because we didn't know the use of it, and what you don't know the use of, you abuse it. We have abused our body, but God has made these microbes so resilient that even though we poison them off, we use antibiotics, we use medication, we use all kind of different, imagine we're eating 50 pounds of sugar per year, and we using electromagnetic frequency, blue light, all kind of different things, stress to damage our microbiome, and still they hold on with every dear ounce of energy, and they multiply again, more antibiotics, they hold on again, multiply again. And Dr. Denise is going to tell you a secret about your appendix that you did not know, and secret about your tonsils that you didn't know, and she have something else to tell you tonight. And Nurse Donnelly Adderley is going to tell you the importance of sleep. Let me get out of the way right now. Let me get out of the way so that you can understand how your body really works. But ladies and gentlemen, do yourself and your friends and family and loved ones a favor. Take better care of your gut. Take care of your gut because your gut is home to your microbiome. You have to take care of it. If you want to deal with celiac disease, Crohn's disease, irritable bowel syndrome, diverticulitis, acid reflux, bloating, gas, constipation, diarrhea, because the gut is out of balance. It is dysbiotic. It is sick. Ladies and gentlemen, eat to feed your gut, nourish your gut, prebiotics, probiotics, walk go Blue Mountain and anywhere natural in your country, wherever the natural habitats are, because the new mantra is go expose yourself to Mother Nature and allow the expansion and diversity and variety of the amount of microbes inside of your body. It has changed. So stop killing off microbes and start to live with them and accommodate them and see your life improving. Ladies and gentlemen, I could say many more things. But right now, I'm going to pause and get out of the way of greatness. Dr. Joy Denise Pereira. You see, when she was born, it was joy to the world for her family. And so from she was a baby until now, look at the smile. She's still producing and providing joy for the entire world. She's shining her light for all to see. She does not cover it under a bushel. No, she's on top of the mountain, shouting it out and giving you a smile to light the world. Her heart is a heart of gold. She is beautiful inside and outside. The darling of Trinidad and Tobago. They don't even want ants to bite her, much less mosquito, because she is somebody that is happy to be able to give joy to people and see people's lives change. And she's going to tell you why Sankey, because she has never found any product, oh my word, that is able to help you to reverse, recover, and restore. Am I talking the truth, Lady Denise?
For sure, yes, you are.
She's going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, some things about yourself, about the tonsils. She said it last week, but people said, we never know this because we're going to doctor from the barn till now, and doctor never tell us these things. We go good up school, and they never tell us about it. And we come on a Sankey Global call, and Dr. Denise tell us things we never know. Like Lady Denise, I'm going to ask you now to open again your microphone and tell us the things that you can tell us. And soon after that, we're going to have Nurse Donnelly Adderley telling us the importance of sleep. So Queen, Dr. Denise, please take it away.
Wow, good night, you guys. Good night, all of you beautiful people. Might ever see a dark woman blush? Oh my goodness. I mean, this is what this is all about. Information to the highest level. You know, this is the University of the Microbiome. You know, folks, let me tell you something. All Clive has said this afternoon and tonight is really what our bodies are made up out of. You know, our bodies, these microbiomes help us to digest, our foods. It protects against other bacteria coming into our body. You know, we always think 40-60%, oh, good flora, fauna. Folks, this is more than flora, fauna. This is your actual life force. These are your actual signals and cells that your divine creator created you with so that it can give you a normal and a healthy life until 120. All right. So these diseases and these bacteria that causes diseases in our system, the microbiome is very instrumental in producing all the vitamins and minerals that the body needs, provided we feed it the right thing, as Master Clive just said. The food, we have to feed the microbiome. We don't feed like seafood. Everything you see, you eat, because you are feeding the parasites in there, right? So in the normal sphere of things, these microbiome coexist with her. It's like a intelligence of its own. It's our own life intelligence, and it coexists with non-pathogenics and pathogenics bacteria, meaning good and bad bacteria, you know, and things that, you know, start to develop pathogens in our bodies that help us fight against. So guess what? Remember, he said we're going to talk about the tonsils. Do you know how our tonsils affect our system? Our tonsils affect our system if these are lymphoid epithelial tissues, which is soft tissues, meaning in your throat, right? Where the oral mucosa, mucosa lies in the throat there, around the oropharynx and the nasopharynx in the throat. I mean, I'm not sure if Dr. Rutan had a slide last week she put up, but, you know, just, you know, a cross section of the throat there. But what these tonsils do, it protects the body from pathogens coming in. So any things that we put, chemicals, smells, the environment, food, that actually does the signaling and starts to tell the microbiome in the gut if anything toxic is coming in. And even more importantly, it is a component of the immune system, and that develops around 2 years. But guess what happens? You know, as we age and develop, it becomes a vestigial organ, meaning that, you know, it is not really needed in the body, but it still is needed, because for one reason and one reason only. What happens from time to time as children, and they are not fully developed, their immune system will not be fully developed, and most times, you know, they get inflammation, you have throat issues, they're always sick and so forth, and first thing doctors will say, take the tonsils out. So there are actually, that is really doing the immune system bad, because the reason for that, when we do these sort of things within the body, it's now going to trigger different readings that is not correct in the immune system. All right. So most times a tonsillectomy is done, and then you hear a lot of people say, well, you know, I've never had my tonsils, and then you see certain things happening to them because their body is not able to heal itself in a fast way or in a functional way. So guess what? We in the throat, right? The tonsils are in the small intestine. Listen, where one set of tonsils is in the small intestines. All right. And the third one is the appendix, all right? And there are 2 in the throat there. So that's 3 pairs. And so there are 6 in all. So 2 above in the palette that you're seeing on the slide there, right? And those are called the adenodes, okay? Some of them say, well, my adenodes, they had to take them out. 2 at the back of the throat, which is called the palatine tonsils, and 2 at the base of the tongue, which is called the sublingual tonsils. All right, so we have 3 pairs, so it's 6 sets of these tonsils. And what they actually do, when you eat food and you breathe in air, the pathogens that goes into the tonsils will now act out like lymph nodes, and they will clean out these pathogens. And guess what? They signal each other. You know, I mean, last week we had a detailed section, but just to concise tonight, what they actually does is they are connected with filtering devices at the back of the throat there. All right. So when you look at it, you will see like mild filtering devices connected to the lumen on the soft tissue in the throat there, and that is directly open to the gut. Right? Listen carefully, directly open to the gut. So any material that comes in there and goes through the throat, the tonsils act like a sampling. So signals now are sending to the gut from the environment, telling the immune system, if it's it's like nature's natural vaccination coming into the body now, right? And it's telling the gut, all right, is this friend or foe? If it's good elements, bad elements that coming in through the throat there. So as these start to react with the microbiome chemicals and they start to signal each other there, it's going to tell the tonsils which cells, if something foreign is coming in there, because that's how the body is learning. You ever notice little children, the first time they're walking all around on the ground, on the floor, everything they're putting into the throat and the salivary glands are drooling? It's because those are what activates the signals. So it is telling them that some bacteria, some pathogen is coming in there. So it's learning about these pathogens that are coming in through the throat. So it's telling the gut now what to build up in terms of immune and what bacteria in terms of to destroy. And that's the way the body and the environment acts in regulating, so it can neutralize anything that comes in there. So that's really what the tonsils is all about. So it's not just a vestigial organ that you just, okay, well, if it comes out, it doesn't mean anything. I am saying to you folks, every little piece of everything in your body, God put it there for a reason. And there is a reason for it. So now I'm asking you the question, when you go to your MDs and something is not right, the first thing they want to do is knife, cut it off, get rid of it. Now, if you get rid of it, what happens? Well, I'll answer that later down. All right. So this is how the body responds and acts to pathogens that are coming into the body. Another organ we have, the appendix and its microbiome. Many people think that the appendix means nothing. It's just a little, it's a little structure attached to the large intestine. It looks like they call it the vermiform appendix, because it's like a little worm-like, tube there at the end. It came from the Latin word. It's about 4 inches long and it sits right there. Do you know what the appendix really does in a system? When there is mass use of antibiotics or invasive organisms that come into your system and you flush that colon out, what tends to happen? There is nothing that is there to help put good growth and flora back into the body because you wipe out all the good bacteria there. So now it don't have a recollection of what's really going on there. So now it's got to replenish. And how it's going to replenish? Well, the secret lies in the appendix. All right, because in the appendix, it is designed to protect good bacteria in the gut. So it replenishes and replaces by the samples. That is a little sampling storage case there that it keeps all the signals, all the samples of these good bacteria. So when it is flushed out or you have a bad diarrhea attack or something you eat and it's poisonous and toxic to the body and it cleans out these bacteria, the body now will replenish it because it stores these samples and the normal microbiome species that the body has will now reseed the colon or the large intestine once more. So the appendix now will release and reseed, repopulate the digestive system, and now you are healthy and everything is back in order, in continuance for survival. Do you see the intelligence of the microbiome in your system? Many people take out they have an appendicitis done because of inflammation and so forth, and parasites and things, it can be inflamed and happen, and they have to take it out because it can be deadly as well. And that's another organ that people think is a vestigial organ and they have no use, but that is really what the appendix does. all right? It stores the intelligence and then reseed the colon once more, the intestine, so it gets back its good microbiome. Now, I mean, I know we are really creatures of wanting information. And you might ask, okay, well, I don't have a tonsils, I don't have an appendix, I don't have what, so what's my problem now? Am I going to die, or what's going to happen to me if I don't have it? Well, folks, you heard Master Clive talk about the vaginal microbiome. In birthing, when you are born, we had a session on that. I won't go into details because we have a lovely session tonight. I really love to hear Nurse Donnelly. And what happens while you are birthing through the mummy's birth canal, right? You get all the organisms as your face is passing through that canal. So you are getting the microbiome from mummy, which is going to sustain the life as you grow. So here's what happened. These microbes are now embedded into the immune system. So you still have a reproduction of life. It is still there so that it can help you. I won't go into details because, you know, these streps and these lactobacillus and all these good species of microbiome and bacteria actually comes into you through drinking your mommy's milk as a baby and all of that. So the immune system will have a supply. So there is still provision if something happens later down in life. But of course, you got to do healthy so that the body can actually do what it needs to do. You don't say, well, you know, you eat any old thing and you're eating all over the place and then you expect, you know, some good results. You got to help the microbiome as well. So tonight also, I was told, well, that's just a recapping because you guys had asked for it. So we wanted to just touch on what is biliary inflammation. Now, many people, you know, we have a problem these days, and in the Caribbean, I have seen it, and Master Clive was talking about it earlier, that there are a lot of people having issues with their bile ducts, gallbladder, you know, pancreas. So we know the bile duct is associated to the gallbladder, and it is very, very important for digestion. So how does the microbiome is attached and associated to this? Well, the pancreas does not really have a direct connection with a microbiome. But what actually it works on is that the bile duct actually is the duct that brings about the bile salts, bile pigments such as bilirubin into the system, and cholesterol from the liver to help with digestion and breaking down fatty lipids, fats in the body, because that's how it works with digestion. So there is a direct link again to the gut. Now, the science is outside there, the statistics is outside there, so you can go and check it as well. If you think that I am, you know, you want to authenticate or want to see if this is real, yes. So what the bile ducts do, the liver, gallbladder, and the small intestines are connected with these bile ducts. There are ducts connected to all these organs, and they are part of the digestive system. So when this goes out of balance, or what tends to happen when there is needed, when the bile is needed, it flows from the gallbladder now to work with the pancreas and liver to churn and digest foods. So when it needs to be released, it will release. But sometimes if it's not needed anymore, the excess will flow back into the intestines, all right? And that too will help break down the fats. Now, what tends to happen? The bile duct gets inflamed. Most times the inflammation arises with what we call gallbladder stones, right? It's a direct connection to the gallbladder stones. What causes the gallbladder stones? When too much of the cholesterol is released in the bile, and what happens, these substance starts to crystallize, and that's where the stones start to take place, inflammation starts to happen. In the normal sphere of things, bile is supposed to help in aid in breaking and digesting the fatty lipids that come into our system. What caused that direct connection to now is to the liver. Most times we have, you know, liver issues, and when the liver is infected all right? And it can be infected by ingestion. We call them the fluke-infested parasites that can cause from freshwater fish. These parasites live in, raw foods you're eating and it's not digesting and all of these kinds of things. What tends to happen, you start to cause bile duct inflammation. So when you eat all these uncooked foods and undigested foods, start to rot, in the stomach because it's directly associated with the duodenum, which is the small intestines. They have a little connection to the stomach to go in to do all the churning. That's where all the digestion takes place. That's the relationship they have. So when that starts to happen, then you have sometimes something called cholangitis. All right. So cholangitis is caused by blocked ducts. It's just a big fancy name, but it means that the ducts are blocked in the bile, and that can give rise to gallstones, sludge impacting in the bile ducts, and also certain types of autoimmune diseases could, be a direct link to some of these issues happening. And they call them, primary sclerosing cholangitis, which is really, oh gosh, you could wrap up, tie up your tongue, colitis and colitis and all the itises, right? So, no, I'm just being funny, to have you laugh a little bit. Yeah, so most of this happens when there is a degeneration within the liver. Most times when this happens, you need a liver transplant. But folks, I'm here to tell you that even though a liver is damaged, we talk about sclerosis of the liver and all of these things, sclerosis and so forth. Even if you have a little piece of liver, it can be regenerated. You can still live on a piece of liver. So in other words, what we get when these start to affect the body, it can sometimes be genetic too. But again, it's 90% nutrition and only 10% genes. Actually, when we studied it, they went further and is 98% nutrition and 2% genetic that can actually destroy your body. So what that is telling you, just as what Master Clive has said, if you don't eat to feed these microbiome, everything is going to happen because every organ and every organ function has a certain microbiome attached to it and a certain pH level attached to them as well. Right? It's no longer that we thought the whole body has to be 7.5 pH alkaline, and over. Every different organ has its own pH and alkalizing. And guess what? Most times, this is associated with inflammatory issues in the bowels. Listen, the connection. I hope you guys are listening because that's the brainchild of everything. The microbiome in the gut. All right, so it can give rise to inflammatory bowel disease. It can also, and that's where really the umbrella term that clinically we use, which includes everything else like ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, and all the rest that goes with it. All right, inflammation in the gut. So folks, I hope that this little, explanation has given you a more understanding as to why some of these happen, why our digestive system goes out of balance, and why we need to have these organs and these organ functioning in correct proportion and correct pH levels and frequencies as well, because every organ vibrates on a certain frequency. So once we can get that frequency done, how it is done? By resetting the gut microbiome. Back over to you, Master Clive. Thank you very much.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you. Taking us to the university and back. Now we have a better understanding in terms of these organ systems in the body. And we thank you. Thank you so much, Lady Pereira. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I did promise you that we'd have Nurse Donnelly Adderley telling us something about sleep. Can you imagine we sleeping for 20, 30, 40, 60 years, and we may not be sleeping well? Well, many persons don't sleep well. And that is why Nurse Donnelly Adderley is coming to the microphone right now to give us some information on sleep that you might find very useful. Nurse Adderley, please make it to the call.
Good day, good day. Can everybody see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, Psalms 4, verse 7 to 8.
All right. So before we get started, I got some little WhatsApping, asking, okay, when we're going to get the products. We're going to get the products very soon that can actually assist you. But we need to educate you. Education is key. Knowledge is always key. And so once you have this knowledge and you know what is actually going on in your body and what caused a lot of things that are going on in your body, then you know how to actually reverse, recover, and restore your health. So tonight, my talk is about sleep. And first of all, I'd like to share Psalms 4, 7, and 8. But you have made me happier than they will ever be with all their wine and grain. When I go to bed, I sleep in peace because, Lord, you keep me safe. Now, I don't know who on this line doesn't want to know and learn how to sleep in peace. So that's what we're going to do this afternoon. Sleep, a condition of the body and mind that typically recurs for several hours every night. I didn't say 1 hour, 2 hours, several hours every night in which the nervous system is relatively inactive. The eyes are closed, the postural muscles relaxed, and consciousness practically suspended. That is what sleep is, guys. So there are 4 stages of sleep. Some scientists say 5, but you will have your first stage of sleep. You're falling asleep, you're in light sleep. Then you have stage 2, where, sorry. Please forgive me, trying to do something here. Okay, you have stage 2, where the heart slows and the body temperature drops. Okay, then you have stage 3. Stage 3 and 4, they're wrapped up together. In stage 3 and 4, you have deep sleep and the muscles and the tissues start to repair. Now, I will tell you that not half of you on this line actually reach stage 3 and stage 4. REM, some of you have never reached REM from you were infants, REM sleep. And this is where the body is paralyzed and dreams begin. And so you would say, okay, so this is probably why my body isn't healing, because I'm not getting to stage 4 and stage 3, because that is where the muscles and the tissues repair themselves. So guys, just moving along with how sleep is, because I only have 10 minutes to make this presentation. But if you see this figure here in the front of you, there's a clock. That is the sleep clock that is inside your brain, all right? And right in the front of the sleep clock, right here, you have the eyes, the lens, okay? Then behind the sleep clock, you have the pineal gland. All right. Now, when light in the day, this actually tells you, hey, my body is getting light. This is not time to sleep. And this is why we should train even infants at night. You do a little lamp light, not even a lamp light, a little, you know, those little tap lights, or sometimes you turn off the lights, because sometimes you say, oh, my baby isn't sleeping, my child isn't sleeping properly. We destroy the child's sleep pattern from birth. Because this here, this clock, goes from what comes through the eyes. So we're going to go further in that as we go along. So guys, take a snapshot of this page. Age sleep requirements for 24 hours. An infant from 0 to 2 months is supposed to have 12 to 18 hours of sleep. 3 to 11 months, 14 to 15 hours of sleep. 1 to 3 years, 12 to 14 hours of sleep. 3 to 5 years, 11 to 13 hours of sleep. 5 to 10 years, 10 to 11 hours of sleep. 10 to 17 years, 8.5 to 9.5 hours of sleep. Yeah, that, you know, our teenagers who are not sleeping now, that's how many hours they're supposed to have of sleep. And then adults are supposed to have 7 to 9 hours of sleep, not 2, not 3, not 4. 7 to 9 hours of sleep for the body to repair itself. And so why I'm saying this is because when we go back to the cycle of sleep, to REM 3 and REM 4, Our body is supposed to run that cycle at least 4 to 6 times at night. Our body is supposed to run that cycle 4 to 6 times, go through each one of those sessions 4 to 6 times at night. Some of us don't even do it once. That is why we're getting sick. That's why we're feeling tired. And that's why our body feels like we're about to die when we get up in the morning and we just said that we slept. Okay? So the importance of sleep. Why is sleep important? Sleep helps repair your body, improve learning memory, lower stress levels, improve creativity, support growth and development, and maintain your immune system. I repeat that, it maintains your immune system. How can I sleep better? Go to bed and wake up at the same time each day. Some of you would say, oh, now look at nurse, you're talking foolishness. I get this and that to do, and I get this and that to do. Guess what? This and that is going to cause you at one point to actually go to bed and wake up on time. Because if you don't sleep, sleep is going to get you, and you're going to have to be made to sleep in a hospital bed. You're going to be made to sleep. Avoid big meals right before bedtime. Those of you in the Bahamas, stay away from Bamboo Shack. Those of you who are in the calls, please stay away from IHOP and Denny's. Those of you in Jamaica, look here, y'all love those big juicy pot late in the night. And Trinidad and the rest of the Caribbean, y'all know what y'all do late at night. Stay away from heavy meals late in the night. At least try eating your last heavy meal by 7 p.m. in the afternoon. All right, please. This is when you're supposed to have your last heavy meal. 7 o'clock in the afternoon. Exercise regularly. Turn off the computer, phone, and television. Oh, I know that's so hard. I just mashed up some corns just now. As I said, when you saw the diagram that I saw with the clock and then the pineal gland behind it, keep on, remember that pineal gland. I'm going to come back to that. You're messing up your sleep cycle. You're messing up the healing that God prepared for your body. Keep your bedroom cool, quiet, and dark at bedtime. What if I don't get enough sleep? Sleep deprivation can increase anxiety, depression, or other mental health problems. You wonder why people committing suicide, getting depressed, or have to be on anxiety meds, because you only sleeping, man. Sleep. That's all the body is asking for you to do. Give it some sleep. All right. Lack of sleep lead to risky or impulsive decisions. You make very poor decisions when you have lack of sleep. Cause irritability or mood swings. Watch a child. You wake a child up from his sleep or her sleep, she's very moody or cranky. He's very moody or cranky. You understand? That sleep sets your mood, okay? Lack of sleep can cause headaches, weight gain, and poor vision. Yeah, some of y'all wonder why you can't lose that weight, why you can't throw off that weight. You don't sleeping. Why y'all poor vision? You don't sleeping. And it can also lead to more illnesses. So let's get down to some little nitty-gritty here with sleep deprivation. It can impair your cognition, right? Lack of sleep impairs memory and your ability to process information. You can't keep straight and you can't remember nothing. Like, for instance, you clean the dishes, you're looking for the dishcloth, and then, you wipe out the fridge and you're looking for the dishcloth and you look in the fridge, the dishcloth in the fridge. How to get in there? Okay. Higher levels of anxiety. Lack of sleep raises the brain's anticipatory reactions, increasing overall anxiety levels. Stroke risk. When you sleep 6 hours or less at night, your chances of stroke increases 4 times. You will say, I'm a healthy person. I never had hypertension. That person just dropped down and dead and had stroke like that. How was that person sleeping? How many hours of sleep that person was getting? And how many years has that person had lack of sleep? Okay. Increased risk for diabetes. Okay. Lack of sleep increases cortisol and norepinephrine, right? When norepinephrine and cortisol builds up and increases, both are associated with insulin resistance. So the body cannot actually produce insulin to break down those carbs and those sugars because you're not sleeping. And so guess what? The body doesn't produce those hormones. So guess what happened? You end up being a diabetic, just like that. Eating a heavy meal, you're not sleeping, okay? What could break down all those late night donuts and stuff, all those late night chocolates and sweet drinks and fried foods and all those fried foods, all of them, all those turn into sugar. All those white flours, all those rice, dumpling, what we in the Caribbean like, all that turns into sugar. And then we eating it late and we ain't getting enough sleep to produce the hormones to build insulin to break these things down. So then what happens? Insulin stops making, but sugar levels go up. Insulin say, how do you do? Diabetes say, how do you do? Increased symptoms, this sleep deprivation increases symptoms of depression. A lack of sleep disturbs neurotransmitters to the brain, which regulates mood. We're talking about mood again. Increased risk of breast cancer. I repeat this. Increase the risk of breast cancer. Melatonin decreases when you are exposed to light late at night. See, I tell you about the little lamp light and the TV and the phone and the tablets, everything. You're watching TV before you go to sleep. When you go to sleep, the TV's still on. That's still coming, even though your eyelids are closed. The sensory of the eyes and the lens is still taking in that light. It's going to the sleep clock, going to the pineal gland, and it's stopping the pineal gland from producing melatonin. So you're giving yourself breast cancer. And breast cancer not only happens in females, it also happens in males. Okay? So a decrease in melatonin disturbs estrogen production, which can lead to breast cancer. My God. Increased risk for heart disease. Blood pressure decreases when you sleep. Blood pressure decreases when you sleep. Weight gain. Sleep helps balance hormones that make you feel hungry and full. So some of y'all, what? So when you don't sleep, you're always hungry. You're always eating a bunch of stuff which you're not supposed to be eating. Okay, let's go in through this because for time, how does nutrition affect sleep? You are what you eat. Maybe a cliche, but it reflects the fact that nutrition serves as a backbone for health, providing the energy we need and other inputs that make the body function properly. The links between nutrition and obesity, diabetes, and heart health are well known, but many people are unaware that their diet, what they eat, what is at the end of their forks, can also affect sleep. So we're going to go through the same pretty thing, the same pretty box at the next, because Dr. Ruth Ann is going to present that. But I just want to say things like green tea. Why does green tea make you sleepy? It has L-theanine, and it increases GABA. GABA is a mood enhancer. Then we have the rosemary tea. Rosemary herbal tea is highly effective sedative and especially beneficial for sleep. when consumed right before bedtime. And black beans have that melatonin. So here's the trick. Here at Sankey, we have something in one of our products called Auxiliary Night Reset, which Dr. Rudan is going to come on next and deal with. It contains the black bean that we spoke about, olive, rosemary extracts, okay, that help reduce the absorption of carbohydrates and sugar in foods you eat and assist with sleep. So this just to get y'all started for what Dr. Ruth Ann is going to come up with, but we're going to turn this program back over to none other than Sir King Clive Campbell. Back to you, sir.
Wow, wow, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, what information we have been blessed with tonight. This is amazing information that you would have to travel sometimes, go foreign to try and get it, and you don't get it. But right here in the Caribbean, we have some geniuses who are able to tell us things about our body that affects us and what we need to correct in order to enjoy a better quality of life. Indeed, we thank you, Nurse Donnelly Adderley, for these powerful information. Ladies and gentlemen, as you have heard, we have 4 products, technologically advanced solutions. It's difficult for you to think of these products as what you would go to the average health food store or some supermarket or some pharmacy to buy, because these are patented technologies that took 40 years of research and development to come to you. So we can't look at these as just ordinary dibby pion things. These come to your body with attitude that only could be put in it because of 40 years of research by the Sankey Mayer scientific team. We have 400 different scientists working now on these products every day to tweak it and to give you the best quality of life for you to have. Now, I'll be talking about the Asaki for a few minutes. Dr. Ruthan will be speaking about herbelage. Oh Lord, Inner 7 belongs to Joy Pereira. And then we have Conway Fire, the sleep lady, Dr. Donnelly will be telling you about. So ladies and gentlemen, pick your choice, the all of them nice. If you have money in your wallet or your pocket and you can buy all 4, your life will thank you for it. Better health awaits you at your door. So ladies and gentlemen, here is Asaki. It's a dietary powder that it comes with a scoop in it, 2 flavors, chocolate and vanilla. And some persons bossy, they mix both the chocolate and the vanilla together. They even use things like bananas, papaya, their favorite berries, and they put it in their blender. And some use almond milk and other type of things, or just water, and they just mix it. And they make even a meal replacement out of it. But ladies and gentlemen, here is a product that is one of the most sophisticated, state-of-the-art, cutting-edge product, about 30 or 40 years ahead of its time. It is the only product we know of right now in this class that feeds both the human cells and the microbial cells. After 40 years of research from 1970, Dr. Bedi Edeas, along with the scientific team, has an understanding of the human body that the rest of the world is now trying to follow us and trying to get. Ladies and gentlemen, this information is uncommon, but guess what? Sankey Global has it. And we have these formulations to help you to do what? Feed your microbiome, the microbiota, with 596 different metabolites. Your body has to make metabolites in order for the body to heal, for the body to recover, for the body to maintain good health. And we have what? The perfect mix of 596 metabolites that Dr. George Pereira told us about. That the body is not 600, it's not 300 or 200, it's 596 it needs at any given moment for us to enjoy proper metabolic function and for the body to optimize its health. 596, and we have it. So ladies and gentlemen, this product, if it's this alone that Sankey Global had, it would still be a multi-billion-dollar company because of what it does for your mitochondria, your microbiome, or it helps to absorb protein by 20% more and help you to burn unwanted fat in the body. Ladies and gentlemen, we have never had solutions like this before. And if Solomon had gone there, knew about this, when on his sickness on Thursday, you start taking from Wednesday to prevent Thursday of sickness and the Friday of more sickness coming on him. So ladies and gentlemen, learn from this. Take these products, not because you're sick, take it because you're healthy. If you're sick, you need to take it because it means that your gut might be damaged, it might be out of balance, and you need a powerful thing. Nutrition never tasted so great. Asaki, ladies and gentlemen, to the world. So we take now Dr. Ruth Ann Belage, please be in charge.
Listen, Belage, Belle Age, Beautiful Age. This is like the flagship product. This is the first product that they brought out. It reactivates our body's antioxidants. Guys, this is that morning shower that you want to put in every morning. The first thing that I do in the morning, Belage and Inner 7, that's my go-to. That is what I take. It also increases energy production naturally. So you're going to find that you will be energized when you start taking this product. And it definitely starts to improve blood circulation. You know, oftentimes, especially in the Caribbean, they don't like to take their hypertension medication because it doesn't improve blood circulation in certain areas. It messes with, that area of the body. And so basically what happens, this product comes in and improves blood circulation. So erectile dysfunction, guys, flagpole every morning. You don't have to.
Okay.
So me, it's amazing, and he has been on these drugs for over 7 years. It also increases hydration at the cellular level. Nanoparticle size, guys, it's able to permeate the eye wall barrier as well as the brain barrier. I think my internet connection is unstable, so I don't know if I'm coming in or out. But guys, literally anxiety, depression, Alzheimer's, dementia, this product is for you. If you're having the crinks in the knees, the arthritis, all those issues, guys, this product is for you. Making sure that all the arteries are opening, all the walls are opening. This product is for you. If you can't sit at your desk at work because you feel all lethargic, this product is for you. If you're an athlete, you want to perform and be super strength, this product is for you. Back to you, King Clive.
Wow. Oh my, Belage. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to have Belage. Now, we're going to talk about Inner 7 and then Coronary Fire. But to speak about Inner 7, we have Dr. Joy Pereira to speak about Inner 7. And just after that, we have Nurse Donnelly before Dr. Ruth Ann tells us how you can get these fantastic products in about 5 minutes. So, Dr. Pereira, go ahead for me, please. Inner 7. Your microphone.
You're muted.
Sorry about that. Folks, this Inner 7 is really, really important. Minerals are really the building blocks of all your cells. It is actually the building blocks of your cell life. All right. This Inner 7 is a collection of minerals from deep sea water, which is over 2,600 meters down in depth in the Okinawa Ocean. All right. It is full of over the combination of these minerals are over 60 plus minerals in the body. All right, what these minerals do, it actually strengthens the cells and helps the cells, the blood cells, to absorb anything that you put into your system. Minerals is important for that. If you don't have minerals and it's depleted in your body, there is nothing, everything that you put in is still coming out, and you might feel placebo effect, oh, something works. That's to tell you how strong and powerful the mind is. But minerals are very, very important for the absorption, digestion, and distribution of nutrition throughout the entire system, lymphatic and circulatory system. And what they mean, you would see magnesium is the most important mineral here, because magnesium plays an important role in converting your blood sugar to energy, and also it acts as a natural anti-stress agent. And guess what? It also attracts water to the intestines. Not many people drink their 8 glasses of water daily. Not many people have bowel movements every day, you know. So it is important that we really have minerals in our system. These, the inner 7, I mean, somebody said the other day, why it's not recorded on the box. I mean, if you see the size of the box, the 60 plus minerals would not be listed there, but it's in the formulation and it's also in documentation as well, which is open, it's public knowledge, you know. So these minerals, it improves transit and increase feeling of lightness in the body, helps support the pH in the body, balance the pH in your system, supports body's fat burning system, also hormone balance and diabetes parameters that Ms. Donnelly is going to chat on later with the crew. But minerals also helps into the relaxation and have a healthy nervous system. You know, the calcium is very, very important. Many people think that calcium is only good for teeth and bones, but calcium also is important for oxygenating the red blood cells, strengthening the veins and arteries, because you know they come like elasticity, like when your elastic stretches out in your pants and it's falling, that's how your veins and arteries come, and they give them a fancy word called atherosclerosis. All right, so the calcium is important for strengthening that. It also helps reduce in the body's acidity. When the body is acidic, the calcium is drawn from your teeth, from your bones, from your fingernails. You find your hair dropping off, brickled fingernails and all of that, because the blood needs to keep alkaline at all times. And most times it does not reabsorb back into the bones. You need vitamin K2 to help that reabsorbency. And that is what the Belage and the Hasaki has in it as well. All right. The selenium has the effect on vitamin C, which regenerates and protects microcirculation, goes at that those tiny blood vessels, varices of veins, and you know, those places where those little valves get weakened and they don't lock off and you have regurgitation, and then doctors give you antibiotics because it's septic, right? Your blood is not a sterile environment. So these minerals is important for helping and getting to these parts and places that you're not getting circulation for, to help these nerves and these nerve endings to perform as they need to. Potassium regulates heart and muscles and promotes smooth transition signals along nerve endings. All right, atrophy of muscles and certain osteochondrosis, spinal injury when nerve endings, compression of nerves, and all of these things, you know, that happens to us along the way. We might get a little accident, slip in a little different way, the foot gone off a little 2 inches off, and then you get the sharp pain. All of these things, because the nerves got damaged. It also helps in repairing and bringing back, you know, to normalcy and a healthy life. Copper also regulates blood cholesterol. So this is how important minerals are in your body at this point in time. Because if and why I say this point in time, because the foods that we eat in, as Master Clive said earlier on, and Ms. Donnelly talk about it and so forth, is not healthy. All we are eating is just like cardboard. We are not eating healthy food. It's not nutrition. So you need to have something to get into the body, because everything that you're taking, because your organs are not functioning properly now in these times, is not even able to digest a big calcium tablet you put into there, because guess what, the liver not performing right, and calcium needs to break down in oxide form. And if the liver is not doing what it's supposed to do, guess what, when you go to the toilet, sit down and look out in the stool and you will see the tablet coming out. I have seen it. So this is not no jokey thing that we're talking about here. So when you have these minerals in liquid form, it chelates faster into the bloodstream, so it helps your body. Back over to you, Master Clive.
Wow, beautiful. Inner 7, ladies and gentlemen, this is something that you need. And I thank Dr. Pereira for explaining it to us so well. But here comes the sleep lady. She's like a Celia Foster pedic. Oh my word, sleep doctor is in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Nurse Donnelly Adderley. She's gonna tell you about the coronary fire. And then soon after that, we are gonna have Dr. Ruth, and she has some announcement to make that you're gonna jump and touch the roof. And also she'll tell you about how to deal with the questions and answers that you may have in this special what we have for you to send it on. So Nurse Adderley, please take it away.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much, King Clive. Now, the Canoe Fire, that's my baby. And one thing that the Canoe Fire does, it helps to diminish those extra carbohydrates and sugar that we eat. And so this is good news for persons who are diabetic. It's very good news for them because we have had persons who've been on this and now their insulin doses, the glucophage, the diamicron, all of those have been either lowered or we have persons who have gotten off of those meds altogether. That's a wow, because I have been in nursing for 25 years and I've never ever seen this before. I have my own clients who are now off insulin from this product, this Canoe Fire. And then the Canoe Fire also helps to generate warmth. So for those of us who, it's summer, a lot of us want that beach body, okay? So what the Canoe Fire does, it stirs up thermogenesis. And with thermogenesis, it actually melts away the fat where on your body it needs to be melted away. And so not only does it melt away the fat, it actually is burning those carbohydrates and those sugars while it is doing that. How wonderful. And so somebody might say, well, I'm a diabetic or this or that. See, what we have here is called the intelligent force. With the Canoe Fire, it has been patented, whereas if you are at your BMI, you will not lose any more weight. Wow! I don't know where else you can find a system like what we have here at Sankey. So moving along, before I get carried away, it also has antioxidants that help to flush out all of those parasites and all of those things in your body that you need to be flushed out that are not good. And for some reason, my computer wants to decide that it wants to die right now. So I have to talk very, very fast. And also with the Canoe Fire is also an anti-hypertensive agent for y'all who have high blood pressure. And we have persons who have gotten off hypertensive meds. One of them is AKA me. I am not on any hypertensive meds anymore. And also the Canoe is also anti-inflammatory, and it is also preventative chemotherapy. So if you are in your first stage of cancer, or you have a lineage where there is cancer, or you had cancer before, you are on chemo, and you're trying to prevent those markers from ever going back up, that same Canoe Fire. St. Clive, I could go on all night about this Canoe Fire. But see, some people may say, I'm going to turn off my camera because I have to move, but you'll hear me talking in the background. Some people may say, well, I could get all these products, or I could get another product, or we have superfood over here, or we have this, or we have that. Let me tell you something. What we have here at Sankey cannot be found anywhere else. Because firstly, these products were actually they were researched and they were tried on humans, not rats, not cows, not frogs, humans, in vitro studies with them. Next thing, the scientist who's behind this, Dr. Adias, he took 40 years of his life, 40 years, guys, and went into a lab to actually get this system to come here to the Western world to us, because he actually went into Okinawa, where centurions lived up to 130, 140 years of age, and these people are in the field working. And so he wanted us in the Western world to actually be able to afford such a good quality and longevity of life. And so what he did, he patented these stuff, and guess what? Sankey, what we've done, we've created a product that actually goes at the nanobio level, using nanobiotechnology, and it actually goes through the digestive tract, not destroyed like regular supplements that you would take and you go into the rest. When you take it, or you would notice that when you urinate, your pee is another color or is offensive. All those things that you took or just went on the toilet, it didn't do anything for your body. But you would notice with our system, when you do that, you don't have any of that. You don't have any of that at all. That constipation, nothing like that at all, because it goes through the digestive system into the bloodstream, and the particles are so small that that is able to go into the cells of every organ of the body and actually jumps up something we call the mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of every living cell in your body. And once it does that, what happens is your body does what God intended to do. It goes into homeostasis so that the body can repair itself. Now, if you all heard this someplace else, let me know. So back to you, King Clive.
Oh my word. What powerful information. You can get this information nowhere else, because you cannot find these solutions anywhere else on the planet, but to get them from Sankey Global and their respective distributors. And we are happy to tell you that we have become conduits of these amazing products for our friends and families. You can also. And Dr. Ruthann, would you kindly come on and tell us some good news? What the company is doing for this call? Tell us if it is for tomorrow's call and for Thursday's call also, because if there was ever good news, you're going to hear some good news tonight. And also tell us about how to deal with the questions in the room, and also what we are put in place to deal with answers for them. Thank you, Dr. Ruthann.
Thank you so much, King Clive. Well, first of all, we want persons to know that, you know, here at Sankey Global, you can choose to be a customer, or you can choose to be a prime customer, which makes the products cheaper, or you can join us in the business, whichever you choose. Okay. And, you know, joining us in the business means, one, you're going to get the products cheaper. Two, when you start talking about it, guess what? You're going to start making money. As a prime customer, you will pay a $49 for the year, the entire year, and you'll get 25% off what a normal customer would pay. So the choices, you have these three choices. You can be a customer, prime customer, or a member. But guess what our CEO decided to do? We went to him, King Clive, Nurse Donnelly, and I, and we asked if they could extend a special that was happening yesterday for one day only. And we were like, please, can you extend the special? And guys, you know, like I always tell y'all, y'all don't believe me when I tell you this, but this gentleman is the yes man. Whenever you ask him to do something, guess what, guys? He makes it happen. And so from now until midnight, midnight Central, which is 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I told y'all at the beginning to get ready and be ready. So you wouldn't have to get ready. It would already be there. You're going to get 50% off the membership with the business. So the enrollment membership will be 50% off. So those are the packs to the bottom, the 131, the 271, the 571, and the 120, 1,121, 50 that you can choose from, and you'll get 50% off that membership fee, which is $55. You're going to get 50% off. So guys, take advantage of this, because I know by now you have decided where you sit in this, where and what you want to do. And let me show you what the packages include. And, you know, everybody, like someone said the other day, I know I had a husband and wife couple come on board once, and they were like, Ruthann, I need the executive pack, and we need it because me and my husband want to do it together. We want to balance our bodies together. So that's an excellent package for his and her couple, because guess what? You have two Balaj, two Crenu, two Inner 7, two Asaki. You both get to really enjoy the products together and see how it improves your life. Now, if your pocketbook is like, oh, can't do it. Oh, no, can't do it. Well, guess what? Start with our unified starter pack, and or you can start with the 10D. The 10D is a 10-day supply of all of our products that you can test a little bit of everything. It also has a phenomenal, fantastic nutritional booklet in there. If you follow that to the T, guys, you will be looking at 1 to 2 pounds per day. I know people sometimes look at us and be like, yeah, right. No, I'm not lying. I'm very serious. If you are serious about what you want to do, it will happen. And the funny thing is, you can drink the Cranui and really don't do anything and you'll start shedding the weight. But if you are serious, you're like, you want to go all in, guys, get that 10DX, that's a 10-day supply, and start with that. But if you just want to get started and you want to have full boxes of basically everything, start with that basic pack. Get the basic pack and get started. 2 bags of the Hasaki. You're going to have that full box of Belage, full box of Inner 7, that Cranui, and that amazing nutritional booklet that I spoke of. You will get it in this, and you will also get a shaker, so you can have your product on the go. And remember, the Hasaki can be mixed with water. So this is something that you can put your 2 scoops in that shaker, carry it in the day, fill it up with water whilst you're on the road, and you're good to go. And guys, don't forget, when you join us in the business, you are given an app. This app is a part of the most expensive real estate that you own, which is your phone. Okay, guys. And I am telling you that with this app, you literally click and share and get paid. It's literally that simple. There's all of these videos, there's everything. And if you are really and truly into business, on that app, you literally have even a marketing strategy. What? Yes, the company actually shares with you and shows you how you can share to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Who does that? Sankey Global. So I want to say by now you've decided where you want to be, where you fall. You're either a customer, a prime customer, and or a distributor. And if you're a distributor, guys, I tell you, as soon as you join us in the business, set your auto ship so that, guess what, your product is always on the way. Your product is always on the way. You will always get it. You won't have to ever forget it. Okay. So I want to say thank you so much for, joining us tonight. It was simply amazing. And remember that special. Remember the special. Remember the special. Don't forget the special. And then another thing I want to share with everybody, if you look and you scroll up, okay, I don't know. If you scroll up, you will actually see a link that says chat WhatsApp. That link right there. If you have any questions for either King Clive, Nurse Donnelly, Dr. Denise, or myself regarding, something's going on and you want to know how to take the products, just drop us a link in that. You just click that link. It'll put you into a WhatsApp group that will actually you'll be able to ask your questions in there and we'll get them answered ASAP. And what else? And I think that is it. Yes, the session is recorded. It is on YouTube. Nakia Turnquest, get back to the person that brought you to this call. Get back to the person that brought you this call. If you saw it in a WhatsApp group, get back to the person who posted it in the WhatsApp group and let them answer your questions. Because guys, this is what we do all day, every day. We are here to serve and make sure that your microbiome is fed with the right food and that it doesn't get too greedy. So back to you, King Clive.
Hey, great. Thank you so much for that update, Dr. Ruth Ann. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're about finishing, but allow us to remind you that this has been the first night of 3 consecutive nights. You don't want to miss tomorrow night. It is going to be special. We have 3 persons launching tomorrow night, and you want to bring your guests to come on, and you want to hear more about the microbiome, and you want to hear how these products can help you with issues in your tissues. And come Thursday night, you have the panel answering all your medical questions live and direct. So you can ask your questions, think about them, come with them Thursday night, and we'll be doing that so that you will be able to get all the answers you need for yourself, for your family, for your neighbor, so they can come on just to do that. So ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Ruth Ann, am I missing out anything? Have I basically covered most of what I need to say? Just to double check, I want to thank Team Canada for being on. I want to thank persons from every Caribbean island. I want to thank everybody from every nook and cranny of Jamaica, from baby to granny, for being on this call. Dr. Ruth Ann, any I's to be dotted, T's to be crossed?
I think that's everything. I think we have our link. I'll drop it again in the chat so that everybody before they go can see it. Hold on, I'm trying to find it here. It's somewhere here. 1 second. So this is the link, guys. Just remember, if you have any questions for any of us on here, we have been trying to figure out a way to make this as efficient as possible. And so this is one of the ways that we have discovered. So here's a WhatsApp group that you can actually ask all your questions. You know, anything's going on in your body, you want to know what to use and what product to use for what. This would be the chat group. Just click on that link, guys. Even copy and save the link. So whenever you're ready to ask that question, you'll be able to just pop in there and ask your question, and we're there to serve you. And of course, whatever the information is, you can then get back to the person that brought you to that call or whatever, and they can actually assist you in aiding and getting your products to you. We're just there as an intermediate to answer your questions. So back to you, King Clive.
Hey, great.
Dr. Ruth-Ann, King Clive.
Yes, Donnelly.
Before Dr. Ruth-Ann goes, because she has that knowledge, can you just give the persons, because somebody texted me, they want to know what all countries that we are already in and that we've already launched in. So Dr. Ruth-Ann, could you give us those countries, please? And where all we've launched from?
Okay, we're in Trinidad and Tobago. We have a fulfillment center there. We are in Jamaica. We are also in Turks and Caicos. We are also in the Bahamas. We are now in Aruba. I think we are going to be officially opening the DR in short order. We are in Mexico. We are in Colombia. I believe we just opened Peru. And I think they're on the calendar, there's another 10 countries that they're going to be opening, I think in the next quarter or more. Guys, we are literally
in the USA.
Well, yes, definitely. We are in the USA, of course. But just so that you know, we do have offices in Dubai, Japan, Mexico, Colombia, Las Vegas, and I think Spain or Italy. Yeah, France. There we go. So we are literally global. We are living up to our name. And I'm hoping that we're going to be touching the whole entire Caribbean very, 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 very. Oh, and we have people down in St. Martin. We have people in the BVI, the Tortula. We have people in Anguilla. So we are literally touching, we're specking across the Caribbean. And I believe you have people in St. Lucia, Dr. Joy. Yeah, so St. Lucia, we have people in St. Lucia. So we might not have fulfillment centers there, but if you are on those islands, look for people that say Sankey, because when you hear Sankey, you know we are there to feed your microbiome. So back to you, K. Clive.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the Now event, July 22nd to 24. I don't know if the door is closed, but ask about it. Las Vegas, no good again.
Oh Lord, King Clive, I forget Canada. Well, God dang, how I can forget Canada? Marva, I forget Canada. Canada is in the house. Lord, jeez. Marva, sorry, man. Sorry.
I need Belage now, I need Belage now because I'm malicing now. I'm full of malice. I'm malicing now,
Oh boy.
Marva, I'm sorry, Marva.
Sorry, can't buy soldier, Larry.
And we're also, Dr. Denise said we're in Barbados as well. So, and I think we have one person sent some stuff to the Cayman the other day. So literally, guys, we are trying to touch every single island that we possibly can touch and every country, because everybody has a body. Does that sound in rhyme? Everybody has a body, and everybody needs their microbiome to be fed.
Yeah.
Like, and another thing is, I don't remember if we touched on it tonight. Our products are children friendly, so kids can take our products.
Yeah.
I did nursing mothers as well.
Yeah, nursing mothers as well. So we just need to share all this information. But like King Clive said, we were supposed to be off this clock a long time, so I can back off because I don't want nobody to tell me I talk too long. Back to you, King Clive. It'll be your fault that we come off late.
Yeah, so the Now event, please inquire if you can still be in Las Vegas, July 22nd to 24. We want to say more prayers for Queen Beverly Holness. We want to send up enough prayer for her at this time, for her and her family. Please remember her. She is here in heart and in spirit. And also, we want to thank Mr. Townsend. He makes it happen. And we don't take it for granted, sir. We thank you so much. And thank you, Canada. All is represented large and strong. So thank you so much. We are going to pray right now. Father, we thank you. Thank you, Lord, that we prayed and you have delivered. Many persons with sicknesses, issues, and conditions, all wrapped up and tied up in misery, sickness, and disease. but you have sent something to give us freedom, to take the knees out of our necks so that we can breathe again. Bless us, Lord. Cause us to sleep as it is presented tonight, sweet sleep in you. May your grace, your love, and your mercy watch between us now and forevermore. Amen. See you tomorrow night. Big launch, big program going on for you tomorrow night. Don't miss it, but take advantage of the special for tonight until midnight, $27.50 off. This is big. So thank you guys. Have a good night now. Thank you all.
Good night all. Love you guys.